What up, gamers? I'm Jason, and today on Dice and Dragons, I'm back with our regular host for some more Kickstarter Excess or Value. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode as we are wrapping up our coverage on Masters of the Universe Clash For Eternia. The campaign ended a couple of weeks ago. We made some bold predictions, which I'm not quite sure any of those came true, but we also had some guesses as to how much the final all-in would cost, and we're going to let you know who got it dead on, or close to it anyway. So I will let our guests introduce themselves and make sure that you take a look down below in the video description to find out where you can find all of their great content.
Hey folks, Ryan here from the Card Board Conjecture Podcast here in Saskatoon. You can find us all on all our socials. I got them all like down here-ish somewhere on the screen.
You're so fancy.
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, just search up Bridge City Board Gamers. And YouTube as well. And our mainstays are our two podcasts, Card Board Conjecture that comes out every Saturday, and of course, What You've Been Playing Wednesdays with Dice and Dragons and the Meeple Dungeon, part of that amazing Canadian cast.
Yeah, and I'm Rob.
And I'm Anna Marie.
And we are the Meeple Dungeon. We have a podcast that's, we're coming up on our 10th episode now. That'll be out by the time this airs, there'll be a 10th one out there. And,
It's reversed.
We're on Twitter and YouTube for unboxings, things like that. But we're also part of that What You've Been Playing Wednesdays podcast. And we're always here when Jason calls. So yeah, you can find us most places.
All right. So the Pledge Master Ryan is going to take it away because we actually, surprise, have new pledges to talk about that showed up at the last minute. And I really wasn't expecting this. And it kind of blew all of our predictions out of the water.
Okay, share. Is that working? Can you see it?
Yeah, looking good.
Perfect.
Muscle upon muscle.
Look at that guy. Oh my
muscles upon muscles. Of course. Okay.
That's just too much muscle.
It could be a new game. Instead of animal upon animal, you muscle upon muscle.
Yeah.
Just you're building He-Man.
I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. So last time we were talking about mainly the Master of Universe pledge and the Defender of Grayskull pledge. And then of course, well, what got added on to the campaign after we talked about that? They had a few add-ons.
Yeah,
that came on afterwards.
The terrain, right?
The terrain came out not long afterwards.
Yeah.
Then we had Snake Mountain and the Horde. Those were the things that came out afterwards.
Yeah.
So that's the big one.
Yeah.
I think if you go up, there's the one right before it. Yeah.
Oh, right there. Yeah. So.
Gameplay all.
Oh, but then yes, they came out, of course, in typical CMON fashion, that they came out with the gameplay all in pledge of $349. You're getting a discount of $25. They're saying here, which, good for them. There you go. That's what we talked about. But then you also got the She-Ra and the Great Rebellion expansion, the Wrath of Snake Mountain expansion, the Evil Horde expansion, and a couple Kickstarter exclusive characters there, and of course all of the rewards. And then I have the power.
I should have had a sword. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know where
I saw
my
it
thing was. And then of course this is getting everything that we just said in the gameplay all in. But then it's also got your 3D nature set, your 3D rock set, your 3D ruin set. You got some of the marble dice, and of course the Battlefield neoprene double-sided playmat.
And one thing I think we're going to get out of the way, because we talked a ton about excess and value in the full episode. If you want to check that out, I have a card that'll pop up to it right now. But we did the math. We were keeping tally because one of the things that we did was try to guess what the final all-in cost would be. And compared to what everything is individually, these pledges have a ton of value, because we were going and I was like, I think I'm going to win. I might just beat out Rob. We're getting close to that like $700 Canadian mark. So we're just going to get over there. And then these dropped in the last couple of days and it was like, boom, predictions exploded.
Out the window. Yeah.
we have the lovely lady, and for every married man out there, happy wife, listen to the ladies. They're probably going to get it right. And we came in with our guests, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was $5.99, and we just calculated it out. So it comes out to like $5.50 Canadian with this $4.45 pledge plus shipping. I think we're dead on at $5.99. So congrats, bow down.
Thank you.
See that coming. Well done.
Yeah, well done.
Yes. Beat out all of us CMON experts.
Yeah.
Lucky guess.
So-called experts, eh?
Who's seen that before?
So-called.
I've never seen CMON take all of their add-ons and make it like a lot cheaper. Like we're talking hundreds of dollars cheaper. It says everything for a $32 discount. It's not a $32 discount.
And there are a lot of people that took advantage of it. 2,132 backers took advantage of that. Nice. I have the power pledge level.
There's a lot in there. I mean, if this game is your jam, that is quite the package you're getting there.
Oh yeah, if you're a skirmish game person and you like He-Man,
this is
you're getting everything.
Yeah.
1,051 backers just went gameplay all in. And I have a sneaking suspicion that by the time the pledge manager opens, those folks may up their may up their pledge.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
What's the total amount of backers on? Actually, you know what? I will take a quick look.
There were still 1,800 at the Defender of Grayskull and 1,300 at the Master of the Universe pledge.
And what's the total number we've got? I'm just looking on.
I'm going to go all the way to the top here. Did it say here at the top?
Yeah, you just passed
8,166 backers. Still 8,000 people getting juiced up about Masters of the Universe.
Here's something interesting. And you know what? I'm going to I was going to look it up on my phone, but I'm going to look it up.
Really crossed that 2 million mark, eh?
Yeah.
I'm very curious as to the, because we had the Avatar RPG, The Last Airbender, and I'm wondering, I know that was the biggest project since Frosty.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that was the RPG, and I'm just trying to find that backer figure. And of course, anyone that knows Kickstarter, and this is related to the show, I hate trying to find projects on Kickstarter. I really shouldn't, but I absolutely do. It's easier to look up Google.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Absolutely.
Kickstarter.
I don't even go. I just Google it.
Kickstarter needs to adopt whatever the game found, like model, the skeleton of how they organize everything. It is so beautiful.
So the Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I just wanted to look at this because we're talking IP now, right? So a lot cheaper, so you're going to get a lot more people. 81,567 backers for Avatar: The Last Airbender.
How many?
81,000.
81,000.
That's amazing.
Backers. And then if we look at Frosthaven Kickstarter,
that's amazing.
This has a lot to do with these pledges, actually. That's so anyone that's wondering if I'm like out on a limb here, I am, but I'm going to make sure it makes sense. So Frosthaven, 83,193 backers.
One of
that
them
doesn't
right
surprise me. Yeah.
And one right here.
One right here.
So I really think these all-in pledges, and I was mathing this out, so I feel like there was a lot more of a discount there than they're actually saying. I think they kind of maybe that's discount off the castle or discount off one thing. I think these pledges came out with the discount to try to get this to go a lot higher than it was.
Yeah.
I don't think this game made the splash that CMON was expecting. I don't think they're disappointed. I think they're happy that they got a $2 million game.
$2 million. Yeah. That's not something to shake a stick at.
All going to shipping.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, CMON. I kid, but am I?
But you're not wrong.
Oh my gosh.
But, you know, those pledge levels now, when you look at them, they seem like $100-$150 cheaper than they should be. Like that's substantial, you know, like not like the $30, $40, $50 cheaper, but like well over $100 cheaper than I would anticipate.
So let's look at this game by Ellen, because let's say like, you know, that Castle Grayskull was $220. And then
the Defender Grayskull, $220.
So let's go just scroll down a little bit. So she was $50. And then go back to the gameplay, Ellen. I just want to add it all up.
Sorry. Oh yeah. Gameplay.
So she was 50. Wrath of the Horde's 50. Evil Horde is 50. So those three are all $50. So I guess, you're right. It seems a lot less than it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is only a difference of $125 between those two pledges.
Yeah.
Those three things that you just said right there, that's an add up of 150.
Yeah.
So 70,
Yeah. And how much did they say you saved?
35, was it?
They said 35. It just seems like a lot more than that.
Defenders, Grayskull. This one, the gameplay all in, they say you save 25.
Yeah, because it's 370. So that's accurate.
Okay. Good job, CMON. You did your 8th grade math.
Apparently I wasn't calculating it out properly.
And then $32 discount if they went with I Have the Power.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Which is essentially like the playmat.
Yeah.
You wanted to kind of look at it. It was kind of like getting the playmat for free.
Yeah.
All the minis are 25 or like what's that? 3 times 25. So that's 75 plus like another 20. So I don't know. It feels like it was more. Maybe there was something extra that we had calculated in that made a mistake on.
Now,
maybe you were just expecting more expansions.
I don't know. Just for whatever reason, I was expecting more money in my head.
Yeah, I was expecting maybe 1 or 2 more big box expansions. I thought that they may have went like the hate route, where you would have to buy multiple terrain packs in order to get like a full like play set of the terrain. I thought maybe they would have went that route, but not this one.
I think we learned their lesson from hate. The fact that now got sold to Miniature Market in the US and then they discounted it because I couldn't sell it goes to show you just how well that game was received. I'm happy I got mine and I got it out the door. I don't know what I was thinking back in that game.
There's one sitting on the shelf at our local store here. It's been sitting there since it came in. So he must have got like one or two sent to the store, and it's been sitting there for years.
Yeah, it was the same with our store. There are two base games that still sit on the shelf, but he had brought in all of the Kickstarter extra stuff though, and that all went like that weekend that he brought it in. Yeah. And then the 2 base games just still sitting there. Well, just sitting there.
The base game that I've seen there, like the box is probably like
oh, it's a gigantic box.
It's huge, yeah. So that's just the core box, that thing?
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, okay.
No, I didn't even open mine. I kept it all packaged up with the shipping box. And then when someone finally bought it from me, I literally like sold it for what I got it for and just slapped a new label on it and sent it on its way. I was like, thank God it's gone. Because I didn't have any of the Kickstarter extras. So
was the gameplay not good? Or just that it was not worth what you paid for it?
We're going to get into that as we talk about some other games that'll be coming up.
I'll leave it.
No, it's a good point, but let's
teaser.
We're talking about a skirmish game here, so it's also a valid point. Like we'll talk more about it, but it was one of those things where it looks cool. There's a lot of interesting stuff in it, but the time investment required to get the value out of it is not.
Yeah.
Because it's a legacy style skirmish game. So in the Kickstarter, you got like an extra board. So what you really want is you need 4 players. And I'll be facing off against Rob, like you'll be facing off against Ryan. And then afterwards, like stuff will happen. And then you will switch up who's facing off against each other as you go through this whole thing. And that just wasn't easy to get. Nice thing about He-Man here is that you can just play through one-off campaigns. And you one-off scenarios, which is really cool. I think you're getting a lot of value, a ton of content if this is your jam. Still haven't seen enough on the solo and co-op mode to justify $445 though.
Yeah.
No, the value's there for a super fan like this is, and someone that really likes to do a good skirmish like every month, like this is a game. This is a game worth buying if this is your jam. Absolutely.
And if you're into painting. If you're into painting, you got a lot of stuff there.
There's a lot of dry, sandy brown out there.
You know what? I almost wonder if the minis had been a different color, or like the Fields for Eternia game where each box like was different colored minis. Like the heroes were blue, one of them was red, the others were green. Would that have got me to back the game? Because I gotta say, this brown just doesn't do it for me.
No,
at all.
It's the worst kind of color to choose. I don't know. It's very lackluster.
Yeah.
Everything just looks like sand, like, I don't know, it looks like it'll fall apart. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like Anakin, I hate sand.
Yeah. It's everywhere.
Apparently got into the miniature machines as well.
That's funny. I don't know. That's an interesting topic to talk about at some point, is like just a simple thing like that, the color of a mini making you want to buy it or not.
Yeah.
Well, it's that appeal. I think we talked a little bit about that with Agamonia, like just the look of standees versus the mini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Cool.
So I think we really just wanted to round up all of this, how it ended up in the end. I think there's a lot of value in all of these pledges for He-Man fans. I mean, they are fairly expensive. I almost said He-Man. It's a great way to find
He-Man.
I was gonna say, I have your money. That's
Yep, that's exactly what CMON's saying. We have your money.
So, good value, nice way to get everything together. I think CMON's actually come a long way compared to some of the other all-in pledges they've done and made this really nice and simple and straightforward for backers.
Yeah.
You're only saving $32, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's not unreasonable for sure.
No.
Anything you want to add there, Ryan?
You guys nailed it all on the head. I wasn't the biggest He-Man, He-Mon, whatever we want to call him now. Wasn't the biggest fan of him when I was growing up, but yeah, I can see if you were. This did have some appeal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So where did everyone fall on this one? Unfortunately, I have to say it didn't quite get my juices going. So I am not a backer on Fall of Eternia. Well, Clash for Eternia.
Yeah, we I was am a He-Man fan, and I had the toys as a kid. I have those toys upstairs for my boys to play with, but the game just isn't what I was hoping for. It's nothing against it. It looks like an exceptionally good skirmish game, but I just don't think we'll play it. Not enough.
Yeah.
I don't know, especially at that price tag, when I could get two other Kickstarters that we're probably going to talk about here shortly.
Three,
right?
Four.
Yeah, right. So I think I would rather keep my money on this one and then get a few other things. Yeah. But nothing against the game. I think it looks great if you want to skirmish.
Yeah.
Well, you've heard our final say. We know that Ryan was just here for the ride and just here to tell everyone that he has their money. So on that note, I'd like to remind you to like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell so that YouTube will let you know when we have our next Kickstarter Excess or Value video. Also down below in the video description, make sure to take a look for all the links to our great guest host content. Make sure that you follow them, like them, do everything you got to do to support their content. I'll let them give you their information just one last time.
Sure. Ryan from the Card Board Conjecture Podcast. Listen to our podcast in all of the places where you can find podcasts. Just on Saturdays is Card Board Conjecture, and on Wednesdays, the What You've Been Playing Wednesday, which is a fantastic all Canadian produced show with Dice and Dragons, Jason and Julie, Meeple Dungeon, Rob and Anna Marie, and a whole schwackload of other just only Canadian content creators. Go listen. It's just pure. What has everybody been playing? You'll definitely want to buy something after you listen to every single episode.
Every episode. Yeah.
And yeah, I've been Rob and
Anna Marie.
from the Meeple Dungeon. You can catch us on Twitter and YouTube and our podcast, which is on almost all the streaming services out there. And yeah, we're on the What You've Been Playing Wednesdays as well. And we're here whenever Jason rings the bell for Kickstarter. So yeah.
All right. And then you have some videos popping up in front of us here. You'll have one link that'll take you back to the most recent video from Dice and Dragons. And the other one will take you back to the Kickstarter Excess or Value playlist so you can see our thoughts on other big Kickstarter games. With that being said, everyone, don't forget to keep playing games.
Keep playing games.
Sorry, Jason messed that one up.
It's all right. It's all right.
Keep playing games.
Keep playing games.
The more games.
Keep playing more games. And games.
It's like the guy that starts the slow clap.
Yeah.